loves, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing an everyday makeup look. I don't know what I'm gonna call this. A 20-minute everyday makeup look, everyday glam, everyday makeup look. You'll know the title before I do, but basically we're gonna be doing this simple everyday makeup look that you can wear on an everyday basis, whether you're going to school, you're going to work, or you're just in a rush and you need your makeup done in 20-30 minutes or less. For me, that's quick because I typically take about an hour to do a full makeup look, but I feel like this is the perfect everyday glam. Also to mention, as you can see, I'm not wearing any false eyelashes. We're just wearing mascara today because again, it's not every day that we have to wear lashes. And sometimes depending on where you're going, you may or may not want to wear lashes. You may or may not know how to apply lashes. And I wanted to show you can still get a really cute everyday glam without them. If you would like to see how I achieve this makeup look, keep on watching. Okay, so as always, you need to make sure you're priming your skin correctly for your skin type. I always say this. Today, I'm actually going to be using the DOWNNN Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum. This is a great primer for oily skin. Y'all know I typically use the one size oil sucker, but the reason I didn't use that one today is because you do have to let it sit for 3 minutes before applying. And not that this is too rushed of a tutorial, but I know that sometimes, I know this about myself too, sometimes when I'm getting ready, I don't have time to wait 3 minutes for a primer to dry. Though, I do like my primers to sit for at least 1 minute, but there's a difference between 1 and 3 minutes. So I'm applying this in all the areas where I get oily and allowing it to dry. I'm also dealing with some breakouts and texture right now, so I'm also going to use the One Size Secure the Blur Primer, and I'm just going to apply this anywhere that I have texture to my skin so that it fills in any pores and smooths out any texture in that area. I know this is an everyday tutorial, so if you don't have time to do 2 primers, you absolutely can just do 1. I just like to make sure I'm as smooth looking as possible, even when my skin is not as clear as I would want. A step that I never skip is color correcting. I hate when my makeup has like a grayish tone to it because of my hyperpigmentation, so I'm always going to color correct my hyperpigmentation. Of course, as always, this is the Huda Beauty color corrector in the shade Papaya. It is my favorite. It just completely cancels out any hyperpigmentation so well. Now, I do not skip foundation under any circumstances. Okay, I won't say under any circumstances, but I am someone who really values a good foundation. I don't know, sue me. I know sometimes for everyday people don't always like to do foundation. I do. But the type of foundation will change based on the look that I'm doing and how much time I have to do it. For an everyday type of look that I would want for me to take 30 minutes or less, I'm gonna use something that is maybe a stick or a balm. Y'all know how much I love the DOWNNN Blurring Balm Powder. I'm beginning to hit the pan. But to switch it up today, I'm not gonna use this one today. I've actually been into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Beauty Balm Skin Tint. I am in the shade 14. This is a really good shade match for me. And as you can see, it is a stick. With this, I like to use a dense foundation brush. This is the Sephora Collection Pro Foundation 70 brush. I'm gonna apply this mostly to the outer portion of my face, because this is where we need the most foundation. I feel like in the center of my face, that's where I'm gonna put concealer and stuff. So I don't feel like I need to bring my foundation all the way to the middle of my face. And then I'm gonna use my dense foundation brush to blend this in. And as you can see, it's blending in pretty quickly. That's something that I really like about sticks and balms as foundation instead of a liquid foundation, because when you're using it on an everyday basis, it's something that is going to blend out quickly and you're not going to spend as much time blending. I'm bringing some of the foundation from my forehead down to my nose so we have some coverage there as well. This one, since it's a skin tint stick, it's not going to be the most full coverage, and if you want something that's more full coverage, I think a stick foundation like the Fashion Fair, the Fenty Beauty, the LYS, I think those ones have really good coverage. This one to me is more of a medium coverage. When I'm doing an everyday look, I like to minimize the amount of liquid products I use because those are the things that are going to take the most time to blend. So I am going to skip my cream bronzer / contour, but I am going to use a cream blush. This is the House Labs Blush Balm, and this is the shade Glassy Watermelon, which is a beautiful red shade. I believe in still using a cream or liquid blush because blush tends to fade first on your face, and using both a cream and a powder blush is going to make sure that the color lasts all day. And this one, as you can see, blends really nicely into the skin. It just like melts. It does not take me long to blend at all. So I know this is a product that I can rely on when I'm in a rush. It also looks really good if you don't have any other makeup on as well. For my concealer, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Wear Even concealer. I'm using the shade 445N. I am using only this shade because I do believe that it's not too light for my skin tone, but I also think it's going to both correct and highlight my skin so that I don't need to use more than one shade. Because y'all know I typically like to use more than one shade of concealer when I'm doing my makeup, but on an everyday basis, honestly, sometimes I just use one if I'm going for like an everyday look or if I have a little bit less time than usual. I'm going to use my same method of using a setting spray before blending out my concealer. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I'm going to use my fan to dry down both the concealer and the setting spray. And now we're going to blend the concealer out. First, I'm going to use this Ilia complexion brush, a concealer brush, and it's going to blend out the concealer in the larger areas like our chin and our forehead a lot quicker than a concealer brush would. I'm really trying to pull out all of my tips on doing your makeup as fast as possible, especially when I know you guys might be rushing to do an everyday look. I'm not rushing because I want to be able to explain as much as I can in the video to you, but just know a makeup look like this would take me about 20 minutes. Personally, if I'm gonna do my makeup, I don't know that it's gonna take me less than 20 minutes, maybe 15 if I'm really rushing. Comment down below what the fastest you can do your makeup in is, but if I don't have at least 20 minutes, I'm probably not even gonna bother with makeup, especially with my skin type. Oh, sorry, by the way, I'm using the Haus Labs concealer brush to blend out the concealer under my eyes, but if I don't have 20 minutes for my skin type and my skin concerns, I need to make sure that I have time to set my face properly so that my makeup is set into place and doesn't look horrible after a few hours. Because one thing about me, if my makeup is not set into place properly, it is sliding off of my face in 1 hour. Like, that is just the reality of having oily skin. I cannot do a couple dots of concealer and a brush of pressed powder. My makeup is gonna look a mess. So I need at least 20 minutes. I don't know. But on a typical basis, when I know that I have time, like however much time I need, my makeup takes me about 1 hour. And that's not for this type of look, like a normal glam for me. Now we're gonna set our face. Of course, we're always gonna use pressed and loose powder. I'm gonna use my Maybelline powders first as my pressed powder. This one is in the shade 330. I don't know how many videos y'all have seen me use this in. It is my favorite pressed powder. I actually tried to go back to my Charlotte Tilbury powder, and I think for me that one only works on a powder puff, because when I used the method of using a brush with it, it just did not hit the same. I don't know what it is, but ever since I started using this Maybelline powder, especially under my eyes, no other powder has been able to compare. It's just so good. I'm using a powder brush. This is the Charlotte Tilbury powder brush to set my under eyes. Of course, I almost did it, but we always want to make sure we blend out any creases under our eyes before we are setting our makeup with powder so that we're not setting any creases into place. And then I'm going over the rest of my face with the same powder from Maybelline, but this one is in the shade 365, which is closer to my skin tone. So I'm just going to use a large powder brush. When I'm in a rush, I can do this so quick, but I'm just gonna use a larger powder brush to set the rest of my face, making sure none of my face is shiny or wet with any of our liquids or creams that we used before. And of course, always making sure to set the neck. Now, depending on your skin type, you can stop here with your setting powders. I personally believe if you're gonna use anything, if you have to pick one, use a pressed powder. But for me, for my makeup to really last all day, I have to use both pressed and loose powder. I'm taking my Huda Beauty powder, the last of my shade Blondie. There's like barely any left. I do have a backup right next to me when this one is gone, but I'm not going to open that yet. I'm going to take it on my Huda Beauty powder puff, and I am going to press this into my under eye. I know sometimes people like to say they don't have time to bake, or if they're rushing their makeup, they're not gonna bake. But honestly, the reason that I do have time to bake is because I make it kind of a multitasking step. While I am baking my under eyes, I'm gonna take the time to do another step of my makeup that is not in the same place where I'm baking. And it can literally be anything. It could be my eyes, my lips, my eyebrows, anything else. So that's just a tip for you if you need to bake while doing your makeup. While my under eye is baking, I'm going to take the time to use my powder bronzer. This is the LYS powder bronzer in the shade Worthy. And I'm using this Dibs Beauty dual-ended brush. And I'm using the really fluffy side for my bronzer today instead of the angled side. Because like I said, we don't have as much time to do our makeup on an everyday basis. I keep saying it, but if you're in a rush, using a fluffier brush for your bronzer, you still want to be careful about your placement, of course, but this is going to prevent you from having to do a ton of blending, and it distributes the powder on a wider surface area, so it's not going to take you nearly as long to apply it. Like, that took me way less time than I usually would. I'm actually also going to take my powder blush. This is Haus Labs Watermelon Bliss. Y'all know I love this blush, and I'm gonna apply it where I normally apply my blush, and this is going to slightly remove some of the baking powder, and that is perfectly fine. That is okay. It's gonna help us blend our blush into our under eye a lot easier when we don't have as much time to do that. I like using a loose brush like this. I don't want to say loose, but it's not a densely packed powder blush brush. This is the Fenty Beauty brush. This is the 155 brush. And I like using brushes like this because, again, it applies the blush very easily, distributes it easily without having to worry about doing a ton of blending. And now I am pressing and blending in my baking powder with the same brush we used for our pressed powder under the eyes. And you see how that's just blending into the blush really nicely and there's no harsh lines? Okay, only a couple of steps left. I was gonna go in with my mascara next, but I think it would be a good idea to go in with our setting spray again to melt all these powders together before doing our mascara. So I'm gonna take my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist again and just set my face. Then again to make sure all the setting spray is dry. Now, is it just me, or when I'm running late or I'm trying to do my makeup every day when I don't have as much time as normal, aka a whole hour, that's when my lashes decide to give me problems, for glue to get everywhere, so I'm just gonna pick up my mascara. Over the past year, I have become more of a mascara girl, which I never thought would be me, but I wanted this everyday makeup look to not have lashes in it because I understand that sometimes lashes can take you a long time. I understand not everybody wears lashes, so I wanted to do a makeup look without it, just to show you guys that you can still have a cute glam for every day without lashes. So I'm gonna take this Shiseido eyelash curler and just curl my lashes real quick. This always scares me so much. I actually do not like doing this, but I do want my lashes to look as long as possible when I put mascara on them. My mascara of choice is the Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize Volume Mascara. I feel like this mascara is beautiful and gives you a lot of volume and length. So I'm just going to apply this to my top and bottom lashes. I don't think I was recording this part, but I did say I just used the Maybelline Lifter Liner. This is in the shade Amber, and I like applying this gloss for this type of look because it gives me both an opaqueness, it gives me a color, but it also gives me shine, so I don't need to apply both a lipstick and a gloss, and our lip combo is all done. Just like that. Last but not least, we're going to use a fixing spray. This is the One Size Until Dawn setting spray. Perfect for locking your makeup in all day. And here is the completed everyday makeup look. I really like how this look turned out. I would definitely wear this on an everyday basis if I'm going to school, going to work, because it'll make me feel put together. It didn't take me too long, and it's cute. I think it's perfect for any occasion that you don't want to wear too much makeup to or don't want to look too glam. To some people, this might be their full glam. For me, maybe this is not my full glam. To me, this is a good everyday look. So I hope you guys liked it. I hope this was helpful. I hope the little tips that I helped to make your makeup process a little bit shorter helped as well. And let me know what you guys think of this look. I think my skin also looks beautiful despite it breaking out. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please give it a like and leave a comment down below on what you think, any video requests you have, on any of your thoughts. Please make sure to also subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notification bell so you don't miss another video from me when I post next. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!